Good morning, everyone. Here we go again. The LW500 latch bar exercise system is a resistance band and strap attachment system. It is not a standalone workout product. You need to use it with resistance bands or straps, and you can probably add in some chains here and there. That's what our system is all about. Our system can be mounted on the wall. It can be mounted anywhere. As long as you have a flat surface, the LW500 latch bar exercise system can be mounted. Whether it's on the floor, whether it's on the wall, you can mount it to a board and then mount it to the wall. You can do whatever type of mounting you would like to do. It comes with 8 components. There are 4 components that are flat latch bars, and there are 4 components that are round. The flat latch bar is the attachable portion. That's what we use. The round bars are to utilize for conducting your workout with the attachment of either a resistance band or a strap. So let's get started with our demonstration. We're going to start off using our straps, and we're going to do what's called a pull-up crunch. Core exercise. You want to get warmed up before you exercise, and as long as you're doing a slow exercise from the beginning, you can also warm up like that. That's why we were able to start off without a pre-warm-up. Okay, we just did 80. Nice and comfortable. Using straps attached to the wall mount flat deluxe bar. Now these bars, they don't only come as wall mount, they come also so that you can utilize portable. We're focusing on wall mounted equipment at this moment, and we're taking advantage of the opportunities that exist for working out. So we just did a lie down, a lying pull down or pull up. Now we're going to do a sitting pull down, working on our core once again. You notice while we're doing this crunch using a resistance band, before we were just using our body as resistance in that pull-up type crunch. If you were to just sit here and do this, your body doesn't have any real resistance like that as you do on the floor. So you need some type of resistance to add to that crunch motion. So using the latch bar attachment with a medium resistance band attached, you can do that resistance, add that resistance to your crunch, and it becomes more of a crunch. The level of difficulty completely changes, especially after you do somewhere around your peak, whatever your peak is. Your peak could be 5. So your peak could also be 25. It doesn't matter. Do what you can do. The resistance will provide the level of difficulty that you need for your muscles to feel like they have been worked over. Most of us really don't like working on our core, and we try to get around it somehow. But you really need to address it, because working on your arms and your legs isn't all you need. We need to work on our full body, just as we did when we were kids. You didn't realize what you were doing at that time, but you were actually creating a healthy life for yourself without realizing it. Because that's what we do when we're much younger. We're preparing ourselves for when we get older without even realizing it. So that preparation actually began when we were much, much younger. Then after we got older, we figured we could just glide. Nope. You have to keep going. You have to do something, because as we age, we tend to not do anything. And what we do isn't enough. So we want to add on to what we're doing every day. Because burning calories is what it's all about. When we were kids, we burned the calories up. We didn't know what we were doing. Now we know what we are doing. And that's why we have to take charge of our lives. Because we know now much more than we ever knew before. And we have to use that knowledge to our advantage. So how do we do that? We burn calories more. We get into working out the correct way that we can for our aging bodies. We can't go back and do the things that we used to do. We have to be in our own comfort zone so that we don't overdo it and hurt ourselves. Because all of us are afraid of a little muscle hurting. Because discomfort is discomfort no matter what. And I understand that. But utilizing this system here makes you a lot more comfortable than you can possibly imagine. Now we all know the pain that we used to experience trying to get into shape. That was very painful. You know, and you have to remember, back in the day when you were in school and you're trying to get in shape, it's under someone else's call. They're telling you what you need to do to get in shape. And they're not concerned as much as you would be about the pain you're going through. Because all they want to do is push and push and push. You can push yourself, but not over the limit, where it becomes so painful that you can't walk. That's what used to happen. You don't have to do that. Trust me. When you work out to your pace. You work out gradually, and you work out only to do what you need to do and what you want to do. You will not be running like an idiot, damaging your body. You're trying to create healthy workout habits, and you can do that using the Latchbar exercise system. You can attach your existing resistance bands, whether they are tubular or whether they are flat. You can use a chain, you can use a strap. I didn't do that intentionally, but it came out like that. So, what are you afraid of? A little workout? That workout is going to do you more good than you not working out. Hear me out. Those calories, they're going to continue to add up. When you don't work out, they're going to show. When you work out, you can combat those calories. You can slow down the process. We're all going to go through the process. You can slow it down and make it not so harmful all at once. Because we're all going to experience things that we've never experienced before because we've never been this age before. Let's face it. So if you work out, you can bring that blood pressure back down. That's right. You can bring those numbers for your diabetes that A1C, you can bring that back down. You can bring them down. If you're borderline diabetic, you can keep it borderline if you exercise and eat the right things. Always keep that in mind. So what have we done here? Now we're going to beat on our legs. We've attached some ankle straps that have flat resistance bands attached. And now we're going to do some leg pulls. There. What an exercise. You see, this is what I mean. The versatility that you have with this system, you can't beat it. No other system has all the opportunities that you see you can do using the Latchbar exercise system. When I say it's a full body system, using resistance bands, attachments, straps, you'll have more than enough exercise to do. Right now, my hamstrings, they are talking to me. That's what you want yours to do, to a degree. Maybe not as much as mine right now. I'm a little bit more advanced. I do this almost every day to demonstrate the usage for you. So that you will one day decide, you know what? It's time to do something about my condition. I need to do things that contribute to my health instead of things that don't contribute to my health. I'm saying it nicely, respectfully. Now these carabiners, they're quick connect and disconnect. We can take them and disconnect them from the wall mount and turn around on the bench. Then you can reconnect them. Turn your straps, turn your ankle straps around. Now you can extend your leg. Extend it outward as such, and you'll see we are pulling on the resistance band. And we're going to do that with both legs once we're in the right position here. Get what I mean? All right. Now we're working on our thigh muscle on the top. And also, I'm starting to feel it in my hip area, my glute area back here. So this is good for your hips and good for your legs. And if you're in this position, it might be good for your abs too. And then you can do an isometric if you really enjoy, let's say, discomfort. Yeah, just place your legs out there and extend them and just hold them there. And if you're a real glutton for punishment, you can add another resistance band right along with everything else here. I'll give you a little preview of what you can do by adding just a bit more resistance, because there are ways of doing that also. Okay, we have shorter resistance bands, and with these shorter resistance bands, let's connect ourselves back up. And now, these are shorter resistance bands, and you can use the extreme short using one, where you can see how much tension you only have. We're going to even this off because we have a set of yellow and a set of red. The yellow are much smaller, so we're going to put a yellow and a red together, and then we're going to attach that on both sides so that you'll have, obviously, more resistance. So now we have a lot more resistance there. to conduct this exercise. Yeah, you can buy resistance bands practically of all sizes. This, as you can see, is a much smaller size resistance band. They're on the internet. Most of what you see as resistance bands I purchased through our favorite internet retail marketer, Amazon. We all purchase from Amazon. That's why they're so big. So there you have it. We added more resistance, and to take the straps off our legs, since they're on by Velcro, all you have to do is just release and leave them all set up. Since we have our bench facing this way, we're going to go a little bit further, and we're going to utilize another round deluxe attachment. Now we have a lower bar attached, similar to the upper bar attachment. Let's move our bench back once again. We could move it back further, but I just didn't want to go back any further than what we have. We have our other bench, the rolling bench, right behind us. Now we're just going to go through some of our sitting exercise using the wall attachment equipment. Just as you've seen me do it with our bench the other way, there's so many different ways of doing it, you won't run out of exercise to do. Now we just did a number of different exercises. Starting with the legs, now we're sitting on the bench. We're doing pulls, we're doing a back exercise. We're also doing a core exercise. Placing your hands in the middle and doing a sit back instead of a sit up. While you're doing this, it's good to place your feet onto the bench feet to support yourself so that you will not be pulled forward, because these resistance bands have enough tension to move your body. So you want to make sure that you are secure by placing your feet here and doing your exercise. Of course, the further you go back, the more tension and the more level of difficulty you are assuming. Oh yes. Starting to get that muscle burn. Feeling really good this morning. So now we're going to bring our bench back in close to the wall mount. And we're going to step to the inside of the resistance bands. And now you can do a push out. Which isn't as easy, but it doesn't matter. You're not trying to maximize the resistance band. Even if you're doing a press motion, you never have to maximize the resistance band unless you really want to. For example, if you're doing a press, okay, supposing you just bring it down some and only take it up partially and do it however many times you feel, but let's say do it 5 times. You'll notice your muscles will start to burn even more so than they would if you're just doing that one press. That's right. Feels good though. Each level calls for a different group of exercise, different group of muscles. You're always working multiple muscles when using the Latchbar exercise system. So, as we sat over here, we went from the floor to the bench, and we started using the wall attachment equipment. The wall attachment equipment, what we have done while sitting here is certainly a full body workout that we conducted. And even over here, like we did before, the wall is protected because you have a wall board. So you can place your feet. Always have indoor shoes that you do not wear outdoors to make sure that you maintain your clean facility. one of these exercises, you notice we're putting everything into it, our whole body. You can do the same. That's why I'm demonstrating what can be done using the latch bar exercise system. You gotta love it. Have you seen any other system that you can do all of what you just witnessed in 35 minutes? Come on, you gotta tell me something better than that. I don't think so. And we're gonna move over and we're gonna do an assortment of more exercise. This is the latch bar attachment exercise system. That's what you are witnessing. You are witnessing all the opportunities of exercise that you can do using the latch bar exercise system. There's no other system like it that you've ever seen. I know it. I've done quite a bit of exercise. I've used a lot of exercise equipment. And I'm sorry, there's nothing like the latch bar exercise system. That's right. You want to shake everything up. There's several ways of doing resistive jogging. My normal technique is by use of resistance bands wrapped around me. But you just witnessed another method. That's why I continue to emphasize there are so many opportunities that you have using the latch bar exercise system. Those opportunities just don't exist with other systems. They're not attachment systems though. Remember, this is the only resistance band and strap attachment system, hands down. We're just doing a multitude of different exercises so that you can see. Time is moving on, and I want to just make sure you can see as much as you can. That's right, you can even do a press on your knees. I know this isn't something you usually see. You can see the level of difficulty. It's all the same. What you've all been waiting for is about to begin. Before we get started on the rolling bench exercise, I just want to include the same exercise that you see me do on the rolling bench. You could also do with a placement bench. I'm not sure if we're going to have the opportunities to do all that in this particular video. But there are other videos that you've seen me demonstrate those same exercise in. So we're just getting a good full body exercise. And if you want to target different body areas, you can always do that. Just tailor your exercise to do just such. We're going to start off today. We're going to start off with the heavy duty stuff right away, because we're good and warmed up. We couldn't ask to be more warmed up than what we are. So we're going to start with the purple resistance band. It has a strap or a belt holding these bands together so that when you place them around your neck and place your arms in through the resistance band so that it will rest comfortably on your shoulders, just as we have. We have no hands attached here, but the resistance band will stay where it's at because you have that belt holding it so it can't fall off your shoulders. So keep that in mind. It's not a special belt. It's just an old belt that I cut and made short enough to utilize for this purpose. So you see anti-slip strips on the wall because this is a bare wall. So you want to protect the wall. It's not like over there. We have a wall board. So over here, we do not have a wall board, which most of you don't in your home. but you can purchase these anti-slip strips and place them on your wall. And from time to time, of course, you're going to have to do some wall cleanup. And that's anticipated. You're working out in this area, so you are going to get some bumps and bruises. You just don't want to tear things up. You can always touch these things up. But here we go. Instead of doing squats while standing up, this is a squat while we're lying on the rolling bench. And you might say that level of difficulty may be a little bit more, but you can add resistance over here to your liking. You can add resistance in a number of different ways. We have all kinds of resistance in front of us that we could actually utilize. I will demonstrate. So we're going to keep our straps, our shoulder straps in place, and we're going to just pull out the hand grips. And really the hand grips, these hand grips have more tension than any of the other two items up there. We're going to go back into our lying position. Slide forward on your rolling bench so that you'll be able to rest your head. Placing your feet back on the wall, and now you have resistance in your hands and resistance on your shoulders. This will all impact the tension as you pull back or push back with your legs. So now you have a whole lot more tension. And you can do more because your arms were free before, but they are no longer free. So you can actually conduct an exercise while you're in this position. You can make the level less difficult by moving inward, or you can just keep them at the same level and just utilize the resistance for your legs and also for the isometric that your arms are in at the moment. So you can also grab the yellow hand grips. Just want to clear them up. You can utilize these the same way. Add a little exercise. Or just add tension by holding them in one place. So you know we could utilize all these different pieces up here in addition to our other extreme latch bar, which is also in position. getting in the right place on the rolling bench and placing your feet on the wall. You can now, it's recommended, but you don't have to, holding your hands in the middle and keeping, let's say, your thumbs right on your waist, not your belly button, on your waist. I don't think you'll be able to maintain it on your belly button. But maybe. Remember, you do not have to stretch the resistance band to the maximum in order to gain the benefits from your workout. Remember, what's most important is maintaining resistance on the bands while you conduct your exercise. Now you can also move yourself back on the roller bench. Place your feet on the wall. Hold the strap together. You don't necessarily have to do any pulling on the strap at all, and just do the sit back motion, and you'll find that when you sit up, the resistance bands are pulling you up into the sit up position. And you're using your abs, especially going in the backward motion, but also in the forward motion. Because once again, the straps are giving you assistance in doing this sit-up. Now you can also do this on the floor, on a floor mat. You can also do this on a bench. As you saw us conducting this same type of sit-up on the stationary bench. So remember, these are all exercises that will help you develop your core, in addition to developing every other muscle in your body. So now we're going to take this deluxe bar, and as you can see, we can conduct the same exercise. Pull it out and hold it there. Time check. So, we will pull the bench in place just for a moment because we are at the end of our time for this segment. But I just want you to see real quick. More and more opportunities. They continue to exist using the Latchbar exercise system. You will love it. Don't count yourself out. If you were ever an athletic person, your body is starving for this type of exercise. So you need to get back into it. Website, www.LW500products.net. You can also see more than 100 demonstration videos on YouTube. Log on to YouTube, put my product name in the search field, LW500 Latchbar exercise system. Thank you very much. You can have the healthiest body if you only take care of it. And I know it's difficult. Man, I was worse than anybody. But we can all recover. And we can all lay down our party shoes and put our partying towards our health. So let's get it on, everybody. Thank you very much. See you in our next segment.